amigos, el día de hoy les traigo una práctica sin subtítulos para ver qué tan preparados están. Recuerda, anímate, no te sientas mal si no puedes responder algo. Es mejor darse cuenta en este momento que el día de la entrevista. Entonces, si no hay nada más que se pueda hacer, por eso prepárate ahorita, fíjate dónde es que te hace falta prepararte y para eso es este video sin subtítulos. Ahora, si te gustaría ver esta misma práctica, este mismo video con subtítulos, lo vamos a dejar en la descripción y también voy a intentar poner el primer comentario para si algo no entiendes te vayas a ver aquel video. Pero bueno, ya tuviste oportunidad de estudiarlo previamente con subtítulos, ahora vamos a practicar. Recuerda que si estos videos te ayudan a prepararte, regálanos un like para que le ayuden a más personas. Asegúrate de estar suscrito para que no te pierdas ninguno de nuestros videos. Y si te gustaría tener una mejor preparación para el día de tu entrevista, para lograr tu meta, ya sabes, puedes visitar nuestra página cursosconfernando.com, en el cual ofrecemos un curso con más de 50 videos, material de apoyo, sin interrupciones de comerciales y sobre todo contestando tus preguntas. Te ayudamos a contestar en cada una de las clases y prácticas que tenemos. Ya sabes, visita nuestra página cursosconfernando.com. Este curso te lo recomiendo personalmente. Estamos muy orgullosos de él y sabemos que te va a ayudar. Muy bien, vamos a la práctica del día de hoy. Mucha suerte. Okay, C44. C44, can I see your appointment letter? Thank you. Okay, C44, my name is Officer Diaz and today I'll be conducting your citizenship interview. Please follow me. How was traffic? Okay, great. Please go ahead and step inside and remain standing. Okay. Can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear and affirm that the statements you will give and provide today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Okay, you can take a seat. Okay. Can I see your permanent resident card, your passport, and a form of ID, please? Just show them to me. Great. Thank you. Now we're going to take your fingerprints. Can you please put your right index finger on the scanner? Okay. Now can you put your left index finger on the scanner? Can you please remove your face mask? We're going to take a picture. Just look into the lens, please, to the camera. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Great. Okay, now I'm going to ask you the civic questions. I'm going to ask you 10 questions, and you have to answer at least 6 of them correctly. What did Martin Luther King Jr. do? What is the economic system in the United States? What is one important thing that Abraham Lincoln did? The House of Representatives has how many voting members? There were 13 original states. Name 3. Who is the commander-in-chief of the military? What are 2 ways that Americans can participate in their democracy? What is the name of the Speaker of the House of Representatives now? Where is the Statue of Liberty? What is an amendment? Okay. Now please read the following sentence. Now please write the following sentence. United States citizens have the right to vote. United States citizens have the right to vote. United States citizens have the right to vote. What is your full legal name? What other names have you gone by? Are you going to change your name today? When were you born? Okay, and where were you born? What are the last 4 digits of your social security number? Okay. How tall are you and how much do you weigh? What is your phone number? Okay. Are you married? How many times have you been married? Were you married back in your country of origin? Do you have kids? Are your children U.S. citizens? Okay. Can you please give me your current address? How long have you lived there? What is your previous address? Okay. What do you do for a living? How long have you worked there? What was your job back in your country of origin? Okay. When was the last time you traveled out of the United States? Where did you go? When did you come back? In the last 5 years, how many times have you traveled out of the United States? Okay. Since when are you a permanent resident? I'm going to ask you some questions. Please answer yes or no. Have you ever claimed to be a U.S. citizen? Have you ever registered to vote in any federal, state, or local election in the United States? Have you ever voted in any federal, state, or local election in the United States? Do you now have, or do you ever have, a hereditary title or an order of nobility in any foreign country? Have you ever been declared legally incompetent or been confined into a mental institution? What is a mental institution? Okay. Do you now owe any overdue federal, state, or local taxes? When was the last time that you filed your taxes? Usually when you file your taxes, do you have to pay taxes or you receive a refund? Okay. Have you ever not filed a federal, state, or local tax return since you became a lawful permanent resident? Have you ever called yourself a non-U.S. resident on a federal, state, or local tax return since you became a lawful permanent resident? Have you ever been a member of, involved in, or any way associated with any organization, association, fund, foundation, party, club, society, or similar group in the United States or another location in the world? Have you ever been a member of or in any way associated with the Communist Party, any other totalitarian party, a terrorist organization? Have you ever advocated the overthrow of any government by force or violence? Have you ever persecuted any person because of race, religion, national origin, membership in a particular social group, or political opinion? Between March 23, 1933 and May 8, 1945, did you work for or associate in any way with the Nazi government of Germany? Okay. Were you ever involved in any of the following? Genocide, torture, killing or trying to kill someone, badly hurting or trying to hurt a person on purpose, forcing or trying to force someone to have any kind of sexual contact or relations, not letting someone practice his or her religion. What is genocide? Were you ever a member of, or did you ever serve in, help, or otherwise participate in any of the following groups? Military unit, paramilitary unit, self-defense unit, police unit, vigilante unit, rebel group, guerrilla group, militia, insurgent organization? Were you ever a worker, volunteer, or soldier, or do you otherwise ever serve in any of the following? Prison or jail, prison camp, detention facility, labor camp, any other place where people were forced to stay. What is a detention facility? Were you ever a part of any group, or did you ever help any group, unit, or organization that used a weapon against any person or threatened to do so? Did you ever sell, give, or provide weapons to any person, or help another person sell, give, or provide weapons to any person? Did you ever receive any type of military, paramilitary weapons training? What is a weapon? Do you ever recruit, enlist, conscript, or use any person under 15 years of age to serve in or help an armed force or group? Do you ever use any person under 15 years of age to do anything that help or support people in combat? Have you ever committed, assisted in committing, or attempt to commit a crime or offense for which you were not arrested? What is a crime? Have you ever been arrested, cited, or detained by any law enforcement officer for any reason? What is cited? Have you ever been charged with committing, attempting to commit, or assisting in committing a crime or offense? Have you ever been convicted of a crime or offense? Have you ever been placed in an alternative sentencing or rehabilitated program? Have you ever received a suspended sentence, been placed in probation, or been paroled? Have you ever been in jail or prison? Have you ever been a habitual drunkard? Have you ever been a prostitute procuring anyone for prostitution? Have you ever sold or smuggled controlled substances, illegal drugs, or narcotics? Have you ever been married to more than one person at the same time? Have you ever married someone in order to obtain an immigration benefit? Have you ever helped anyone to enter or try to enter the United States illegally? Have you ever gambled illegally or received income from illegal gambling? Have you ever failed to support your dependents or to pay alimony? Have you ever made any misrepresentation to obtain any public benefit in the United States? Have you ever given any U.S. government officials any information or documentation that was false, fraudulent, or misleading? Have you ever lied to any U.S. government officials to gain entry or admission into the United States or to gain immigration benefit while in the United States? Have you ever been removed, excluded, or deported from the United States? Have you ever been ordered removed, excluded, or deported from the United States? Have you ever been placed in removal, exclusion, rescission, or deportation proceedings? Are removal, exclusion, rescission, or deportation proceedings currently pending against you? What is deportation? Okay. Have you ever served in the U.S. Armed Forces? Are you a male who lived in the United States at any time between your 18th and 26th birthday? Okay. Do you support the Constitution and form of government of the United States? Do you understand the full oath of allegiance to the United States? What is an oath of allegiance? Are you willing to take the full oath of allegiance to the United States? If the law requires it, are you willing to bear arms on behalf of the United States? If the law requires it, are you willing to perform work of national importance under civilian directions? If the law requires it, are you willing to perform non-combatant services in the U.S. Armed Forces? Okay. Congratulations, you have approved your citizenship interview. You're one step closer to become a U.S. citizen. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo te fue con la práctica? Espero que te haya ido excelente. Si así fue, ya sabes, déjalo saber en los comentarios. Si te gustaría que hiciéramos otro tipo de videos, también deja en los comentarios. Si te ayudó en algo, danos un like, asegúrate de estar suscrito y recuerda visitar nuestra página cursosconfernando.com porque este curso te puede ayudar. Hay personas que batallan mucho en la preparación y el curso es una manera más fácil de prepararse. Muy bien, nos vemos en el próximo video. Chao.